as soon as I try and sit down to film. Archie's whining. Come. Oh my gosh, he's huge. Say hi. See, you don't even want to come and sit. Hi, vlog. What is up? It has been forever since I have filmed a video. I think it was like February of this year. But it's really basically 2026 now. Today is December 29th. And I finally felt like picking up the camera for the first time in Lord knows how long. Actually ages. There's a lot of reasons for that. Probably don't need to go into all of the different reasons as to why I haven't felt like filming. A lot of changes have happened since I last filmed a video. Number one, and probably definitely the biggest thing, and you're gonna notice it because you're not blind, but Miles and I got engaged, which is very exciting. Back in October, we got engaged, which was beautiful, amazing, perfect. There's a lot of that kind of stuff on my Instagram if you're nosy or curious. There's a whole post about it, and stories, all of the things. It was perfect, and I'm very excited. We're getting married in 2027, so maybe if I keep up with creating content again, then there will be some bridal wedding style content, all that kind of stuff. The next biggest thing is that we did get a dog. I'm introducing him now because you're going to hear squeaks in the background. This is Archie. He has his bald tennis ball in his mouth. He like took all of the lining off of his tennis ball, and now it's his favorite toy. I'm like, this is perfect for my sad beige aesthetic. Okay. So you're definitely gonna hear squeaks in the background, and as long as he's happy, I'm happy. Another big thing is you'll notice this is not my typical filming background. That is because we moved to Chicago. I feel like those three things in and of themselves really are just showcasing that how long ago it was that I filmed a video and how much has changed since I did. 2025 was a very big year, lots of ups, lots of downs, but the ups outweigh the downs by far between especially those three big things. Very, very, very grateful. I just have a sense of gratitude and thankfulness going into 2026. So I'm taking that energy with me. I finally felt inclined to pick up the camera again. So here I am talking, gabbing about absolutely nothing. But this is kind of a fun time, that like time in the year between Christmas and New Year's where nobody really knows what to do or what's going on. Most people are off work. Today I've been having a pretty slow day. Didn't go to the gym. I went on a walk with Archie this morning. It's absolutely freezing outside. It feels like -3 outside in Chicago today. So why I did that, I don't know, but he needed to get his energy out. That is the one thing about having a dog is they will hold you accountable. They will hold you accountable to go outside, get their energy out, get your steps in, all that kind of stuff. So I'm grateful for it because I was actually able to get outside and get my steps in, but it is cold. So did that, had a little bit of breakfast, and then did some... Archie, please stop. I did some shopping. I just needed to get like a couple pairs of tights and then some things from Sephora. Very random things that I just need to pick up, some face wash and eyeliner and things like that. And now I'm just sitting down. I just made myself a little tea, and then I have this little set that I just got that I want to do. Got this little pottery kit from Sculpt. Super cute. It is like supposed to be for pottery, but I did see this really cool, I guess, air dry clay envelope. We are going through this phase of life where a lot of our friends are getting engaged and having weddings, which is very exciting, but we have so many save the dates. And then also just Christmas cards from various people. I'm having an invite to a gala here. So I am sentimental about paper goods. I hate clutter in general, but paper goods, something about somebody sending you a letter in the mail and like it being super intentional, it just tugs at my heartstrings. So I feel the need to keep them, and I wanted a cool way to display them. So I saw this video on TikTok, of course, of how to make this little air dried clay envelope, and I'm gonna try and make it with this little kit. Apparently I need a clean, dry, flat, and smooth work surface. a wooden chopping board works great. I don't have one of those, so I just put down some parchment paper. I taped it down to my table, as you can see. So hopefully that works. I'm taking off all my rings because I don't want to get them dirty. A rolling pin, a glass bottle works well too. I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm gonna have to use a bottle. They have instructions for all sorts of different things you can kind of make in here. Pinch pot, vases. Like I said, this is really for pottery, so I think I'm gonna have enough clay to make several things. So this is just what I'm gonna make today. It's obviously not in this book, but it's been something that I really wanna make. This is really cute. They have a clamshell that you can make in here. That's cute, I like that. That might be something else that I make at some point. But for today, I think I'm just gonna stick with, oh, this is cute too. A mini cosmetics shelf. That's super cute. I used to love DIYs and doing little things like this all throughout my childhood. Growing up, I was like, why buy something when you can make it? I used to love watching like Raven Elise and some other like DIY YouTubers make different things and then try and like copy their tutorials. And then I just kind of got away from it because I think I was like, I'm not good at this. But that's not the point of doing something. The point of doing something is just have fun with it and just enjoy the time doing it. The outcome doesn't always have to be good, which maybe that's a conversation I will come back to because I think that relays back to why I haven't been creating on YouTube as well. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to get back to doing little crafty things in very low risk ways. DIY clay envelope from LME Stirs is the tutorial that I have pulled up. Here is the final product. I almost forgot to put the little hole in here to hang it up, but I also stuffed some paper towels in here to kind of keep these edges from, I guess, folding inwards. The weight of it is the clay is kind of heavy, so just want to make sure the weight doesn't weigh those down so that I can actually put something inside of there. But I'm pretty happy with this. It's by no means perfect, but that was super fun. My hands are like super dry now. Obviously I just touched it again, but even after I washed them, they were super dry, so need to keep lotioning today. Not even something that I would have thought about doing, but this is a great little kit, super fun. I probably have another half of this bag, and then there's a full another bag that it comes with. So if you're looking for a very low risk, high reward way to work with like air dried clay, I think this set is really good. And now I feel like I have everything that I need, and I can just buy more of the clay if I need it. So we'll see. My only thought is it only comes with white, eggshell white paint. I don't know if I want to paint it white. I have to see where I want to put it around the house first and then decide what color I want it to be. But I might need to go get some paint from like a Michael's or something like that. That green goddess, cabbage, cucumber, spring onion mix was so good. I put it into one of my like smaller bowls from the larger bowl that I mixed it in, but I ended up eating that entire silver bowl. So good. Don't feel guilty about it at all because it's literally vegetables in a bowl, but I ate it with some chips, but I was also just shoveling it in with the fork. Like, delicious. Fresh herbs level up a dish so much. If you can get your hands on herbs, you can completely change the taste profile of a dish. If it feels a little bit heavier, add some herbs and some lemon. Like, it's gonna change everything. Look how stable my blood sugar is. This is my 12-hour graph today. I do want to add a disclaimer, and that is this is not a typical day for me. It's a perfect blood sugar day, knock on wood, but today's been really good, and I am crediting this app that I've been using called Sugar Snap. and it is so good. I do believe it is a paid subscription. I want to put that out now. I could look back. I'll look back after this to figure out how much it is to subscribe, but it is incredible. If you don't like AI, this may not be the app for you. I understand that, but I do believe that this is changing the carb counting game for individuals with diabetes, or if there's any reason why you want to count your carbs at all. All you do is click the snap button and it goes into camera mode. I'll show you guys the example from when I made the green goddess salad and I had some chips. I just took a picture. It says blue corn chips, cabbage slaw, 34 grams of carbs. I put in exactly 34 grams of carbs. Now, 2 hours later, we're sitting beautifully at 100. I see it just kind of teetering down a little bit right now, so I'm wondering if I am gonna go low. I don't want to treat it yet. If I start to get into the 80s, I might eat a date or something. But this app has truly changed the game for carb counts. I did the exact same thing for breakfast. I want to talk about food, relationship with food, weight loss, and that kind of thing. If you are not interested, I will put a timestamp here for when you can skip through the video. I understand that talking about food and weight loss or anything like that can be very triggering for some people. I will keep it short and sweet and just say I am trying to lose weight for my wedding. I want to look and feel my absolute best. It really is more of a feeling and a habitual change, a routine change that I want to make. I feel like a lot of people's goals starting in the new year is to lose weight, is to eat healthier, all of those kinds of things. I really do want to take that more seriously in 2026. I'm tired of feeling sluggish. I'm tired of getting stomach aches. I'm tired of feeling bloated in my face, in my skin, in all of the different ways, in my energy. I want to feel good, and I know that that comes from having a better diet, exercising more, being more mindful about my supplements and things like that. I just want to be more mindful. I'm not going on any specific diet. I am not cutting out any foods. I'm not cutting out alcohol. I'm not doing any of those things, but I do want to consider eating all of those things that are probably less healthy for you objectively than some other foods in moderation. So that's what I'm working on. And yeah, that's really all I'm going to say about it. Carb counting will always, always, always be a thing for me. If you're a type 1 diabetic, you understand I can't live with my life without carb counting. I don't want anybody to look at any sort of carb count and think, oh, she's eating more or less carbs than me, or this is the way to do it, or this is not the way to do it. Like I said, I'm not excluding any food groups. I don't believe in that. I believe that you need carbs, fat, and protein to thrive. Personal belief, if you don't agree, you don't have to. But yeah, that's my spiel about food, and how I'm trying to change my mindset and just live a healthier lifestyle in 2026. That is my overall goal. And part of that is playing with this man. I just got him these toys. He tears up toys. He cannot do soft toys. So if you have a dog that just tears up their toys, these are really good. I will put it on the screen. I forget what they're called, but he has this hamburger toy. He has these toys in his toy crate. Really random toys that he has, but I did want to go with the junk food theme because I think it's funny. The French fries, the hamburger, and he has a pizza. This one he's had for, I don't know, probably about a month now. And there is some fraying, but I don't think he'll ever be able to like get inside to where kind of some of the stuffing is. So yeah, you can have that. Cool. And he's off. Just slides around the floor. Let's just talk about how good my blood sugar says. Lies. You can't read this because for some reason on the camera it's flashing, but that says 68. Lying. Just turned on the Zach Fox elevator music, and we're about to get ready to go to dinner, so I need to deal with this blood sugar so that I don't have to deal with it while I'm getting ready. We're headed out. I'm wearing this little top from Zara and this jacket from LPA, keeping it simple. There's Miles. All right, let's go. now. It's 1:30 p.m. so it's not at all morning anymore. We had a pretty slow start to our morning. Ended up sleeping in just a little bit. Finally getting around to eating. We went for a walk. I was planning to do some just like tidying up and little things that I didn't think were gonna take very long around the house, including fixing the shelf in my shower, which turned into a very frustrating task that I had to get Miles to help with. He ended up doing the whole thing. God bless. So I was just trying to like do some little things that I've been putting off. Now I'm gonna eat breakfast. I made an old hyperfixation meal for me. It's like a little avocado toast with eggs, and then these ginger carrots that I got from Whole Foods. Usually I'll do like a kimchi or something like that for some like pre-post probiotics, whichever biotic, good for your gut health. But I couldn't find any of the kimchi that I like. There are certain brands that I know I do not like, and that's all that they had at Whole Foods. But these carrots are really delicious, so highly recommend. And I'm gonna have some bloobs. I've been loving blueberries. I used to hate them. I came back around to blueberries. I don't know when this happened, but I can eat an entire carton now, so that's new. But yeah, today's gonna be a homebody day for sure. I need to maybe run out to Trader Joe's really quick, but I think it's gonna be a lot of computer work and planning some things for some upcoming trips that are coming up, a couple appointments that I need to make, things like that. Admin day, if you will. Begging for food per usual. Unbundling from being outside in the Chicago winter is the best part of coming inside. Whenever I'm somewhere where I can't take my coat off inside because all of the places always blast the heat everywhere in the winter, obviously, as they should. But when you're just at a grocery store or popping into the post office or somewhere where you're just going in quickly, you have to wear your coat. It's so miserable inside. My hair is just too long now to where I cannot put a hat on over my fro, which is a blessing. I'm very happy that my hair has grown so much since I cut it all off, but it does make winter fashion kind of hard. I usually sometimes just put on my earmuffs, but that also gives me a little like ridge in my hair. I really need a better way to organize all of our like winter stuff in this closet. The Android console that this camera is sitting on right now doesn't have any storage, and I think that's something I need to do some research on today, is a new Android console that has some storage in it where we can put Archie stuff. Okay, so I'm really just not obsessed with the way our entryway console looks overall. This is definitely the space in the apartment that I've neglected the most, just because, I don't know, we needed all sorts of other furniture, like couches and things like that. So I don't actually know why Archie's in his crate right now. He's just resting. But this table was great in our last apartment because we needed something with a really slender profile, but we have a bit more space here now, so I think we can get something with a couple of drawers or doors or something like that to put here, so that way we can put all of Archie's stuff here, because as you can see, there's the Furbo, there's a sound machine back there, all of his toys right there, which I like for him to be able to access whatever toys he wants, whatever time, like those are his, whatever. But I do hate that crate. It just looks very temporary and it's not making this space look chic. And then we just have the rest of his stuff kind of sprinkled throughout here. I'm closing this door. Just don't look in there. But we need to revamp this space, and I don't really like this shoe rack either, but it is very functional because we put Archie's leash and stuff up there, and then the shoes that we wear most often down there, and then my yoga mats back there. But I just like am not obsessed. Obviously the crate has to stay because that's where he sleeps. He's falling asleep as we speak. But the crate has to stay. We need a better shoe storage solution and need a better storage solution here. I placed a restock order on a few favorites, things that I've been using in this past year and even since before this past year. But I feel like it's a good time to do a little 2025 faves in terms of, really this is just stuff in the shower, I would say. The Amika Hydro Rush products are so good. I ended up just buying the largest size that they have. This is 38 ounces because I kept buying the little bottles and then I started buying the refillable packs, which I think are not a full 30 ounces. It's something else, but I ended up just buying these jumbo ones because I use it so much, and I got the little pumps to go with that. I always use this Salt and Stone Black Rose and Oud body wash. It smells so good and it actually leaves my skin feeling super soft. Jo Malone Red Roses smells exactly like this, but in a shower gel form, so I love using this. I bought the refillable pack. I've been using this since 2023 maybe? It's been a minute. That has been my fave. I have really not switched up body wash. And then this is not new to me, but I haven't bought it in a while because I went back to the First Aid Beauty KP Body Scrub. I will put the name on the screen. But it was just the First Aid Beauty's body scrub. But I do like the Necessary Body Exfoliator a little bit better. It is a bit more expensive, but I find that it's worth it. This is my little shower lineup. I always keep it pretty simple. Like I said, Salt and Stone, little body scrub a couple times a week. And then parts of my hair care. I've also been loving. This is new to my lineup this year, the Way Detox Shampoo. It is so good, such a good clarifying shampoo for all hair types. I know several people who use this, completely different hair types than me, that also love it, and it smells amazing. If you tried the Way products before, you know how good they smell, but this one is great. So my little hair care lineup, I actually just posted a video on TikTok about this, so I will put that here. Guys, I'm really upset. I cracked this. Like, I was pushing this down from the outside because it wasn't really connected on this part inside here, and I pushed too hard and it cracked. I'm gonna see if I can like maybe make some slip to like fill in this crack, and you won't be able to really tell. TBD. I'll come back if it works. Heated rivalry. We could watch that.
Oh, no. I had to remember what it was.
That's hilarious. Okay, I just finished up dinner. I'm so excited. This is a salad that I make that's based on a salad that is from a restaurant in Columbus called North Star. If you know, you know. The best salads ever, in my opinion. All of their food is just so fresh and delicious. So because I can't get it anywhere else, I decided to basically remake the recipe. The one thing that I mean, the recipe is easy because it's a salad, you know everything that's in it. The one thing that I did have to look up online and I figured out how to make is the dressing, and that part is key. Here's the salad. It has so many different delicious ingredients. It's like corn, tomato, red onion, avocado, dates, almonds, kale, and cabbage base is usually what I do. There's a cruciferous vegetable blend from Trader Joe's that works really well for this because it's like kale and I think broccoli and some other things. But you need something leafy and something crunchy, I feel like, for the base. So that always works out really well. But I just had kale and cabbage already on hand. I did this chicken. You can use whatever protein you want. But this is a honey Dijon marinated chicken from Whole Foods. I hope it goes well in this salad. The salad dressing is olive oil. I use a little bit of maple syrup or sugar or honey, whatever on hand, something to sweeten it. Dijon mustard, which is why I thought that the honey Dijon chicken would go well together. The actual recipe calls for champagne vinegar. I don't have that right now. So I just use apple cider vinegar, and then I literally put a little splash of white wine in there. Archie, what? He's begging. I literally put a splash of white wine in there because I had a bottle open, and then some lemon and some salt and pepper to taste. It is the best dressing ever, ever, ever. And then I put a little bit of goat cheese on top. Miles is lactose intolerant, so I just put that on top of mine. And I am toasting up a slice of sourdough for him. I might have let that go a little bit long. Babe, is this too black for you? Okay, so I burned that a little bit. One more shot of it all plated up. It looks so good. The chicken, I tasted it too, is super good. If you find the honey Dijon chicken from Whole Foods, buy it because it's very good. And then one other thing that I wanted to say was that I know I was talking about like relationship with food and eating and things like that. One thing I've been trying to do recently is like tell myself exactly what the benefits are of the food that I'm about to eat. So I will literally look up like what vitamins do tomatoes have? What vitamins does kale have? And things like that. Like I know chicken has protein, so that's the protein. Healthy fats from avocados, some fats from the goat cheese, some carbs from the dates, like things like that, so that I know exactly what I'm eating and I know it's going to fuel my body. I feel like that's making me, or it's giving me a better relationship with food instead of just thinking about it as something that I have to either rush through or something that's just for taste. I'm like, how is this actually fueling my body? So I don't know. If that mindset helps anybody else and kind of like helps frame food in a more nutritious way, then I hope you can use that technique as well. It's been quite the morning. I've cried, I've screamed a little bit. My cramps are trying to take me out, but I made it to the gym. I only like walked for 30 minutes and then did some stretching. I don't know if it hurt or it helped. Either way, I'm sitting here with my heating pad. And it's New Year's Eve, and we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do tonight. Thankfully my Advil has kicked in, but I need to take it every 4 to 6 hours. Like that's just how it has to be on a day like today. But we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do later. We were supposed to watch the Ohio State game and go to this restaurant called DJ's room, something like that. And we were supposed to go there this evening for a little like late night dinner drink situation, but our friends are stuck in Columbus because it's snowing. So I need to figure out what the policy is for the table that we bought at this place. Not table that we bought, you know, our reservation, we had to put money down. I feel like the rest of this afternoon, or it's still morning, afternoon, is going to be very chill because of the state of my body. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Archie's being an absolute kook today, aren't you? The kookiest kook ever. So we'll be in and around the house for sure. The dress, it's a no. It's a definite no for me for several reasons. It's actually missing one of the laces in the back. This tie is only on the one side and it's missing from this side. And then this has a knot in it. Way too pricey for that to be the case. The execution is not there. I also don't think it's that flattering on, but it gave off a different vibe online. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed that too. Dress was a total fail. Trying on dresses for my best friend Sophie's wedding. She's being the best bride and allowing us to pick our own dresses as long as they kind of like look nice together or within a certain color palette. So it's not until September, but I wanted to get ahead of some things. I saw that dress in a Pinterest ad and it looked stunning on the model. I will put that here, but unfortunately I was quite disappointed by the quality and also the length. And it's obviously hard for me, I am 5'10", to find a dress that is going to work with a heel, especially a dress for a black tie wedding. So I'm not super surprised by the length. Anyways, I am craving a sweet treat as I tend to do during this point in my cycle. So I'm making a little healthier hot chocolate, if you will. I don't really know that's necessarily healthier, but it is more blood sugar friendly. Let's use this 2% lactose-free milk. And I put that on the pot to steam for a second. And then instead of just buying like hot cocoa packets, because those tend to have sugar, you could probably find one that it has no added sugar or something like that. But I just go straight to the 100% unsweetened cocoa. This is the Ghirardelli one, but there are multiple ones. I had this for making brownies. I just decided one day to try it for hot cocoa, and obviously it worked. I use about a heaping tablespoon of this, and then I sweeten it with sugar-free salted caramel syrup, and it is so good. And then I do add a little sprinkle of flaky sea salt as well towards the end, because I do like the kind of like sweet and saltiness that it gives. I also do think the salted caramel is a little bit too sweet. Whenever I use this in a coffee or anything, I do add more salt to it. I love salted caramel flavor, so chocolate, caramel, and salt always goes so well together. Also, I really need Miles to come home. He went to go to get his hair cut, but I need him to come home because I need to watch another episode of Task. We started watching it last night when we were eating dinner, and I think we got through 3 full episodes. It is so good. It's like the thriller mystery kind of show that I love to watch, We had just finished The Wire previously, and that's a huge commitment. It's 5 seasons, but this one is only, I think it's 7 episodes total, so less of a commitment, very bingeable. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Look how delicious this looks. Perfect hot cocoa. It's time to get ready for New Year's Eve. The Ohio State game is looking a little scary right now. I need to fix the back of my hair, but not the front, so I'm gonna clip the front away to get ready for makeup, but I'm going to shake the back a little bit. It's mostly from laying down on the back of my head, and obviously I don't see the back of my head every day, so I'm moisturizing and adding like curls and fixing up curls in the front more than I am in the back. So the back tends to flatten while the rest of it looks very round. So something that I have to do a little bit more often is just touch up the back part. I'm also not fully re-wetting it, just enough to redefine some of the curls on the ends if I can. And then if I have to go into the root, I will. But my goal is not really to wet my roots, because that's what takes forever to dry. My hair, do not sleep on a Denman brush or a brush that looks like this. This one is Cantu brand, it's not Denman. Any brush that has the like spread out bristles like that is going to define your curls. Once it's damp, I will add a little bit more gel if needed. There are some sections that I added plenty of gel when I first styled my hair, so it won't really need it. And then I'll take the brush and just comb it through and kind of turn my brush while I do. And I'll kind of just like curl those hairs back up, and then I'll just fluff them out. Finally. This lip combo has gotten me so many compliments in the past couple months. So showing it here, it is the Road Liner in Stretch. Yes, Road Liner in Stretch on the bottom only. And then the Fenty Beauty Liner in the color Satin Panty on the top. And then the Edam Le Chou Chou's Lip Softening Balm in the color Fig Sauce. So beautiful. The darker liner on the bottom gives the illusion of a bigger bottom lip. It's also a little bit more natural for myself. I have a slightly lighter top lip, so wearing a darker shade on the bottom always looks better. I'm for some final touches on this hair. I just need to make sure my bangs lay in the right place. I just use bobby pins to make sure that they're pinned down. Okay, a short aside, I'm so proud of myself for cutting my hair this year. I have been waiting for the moment when I was ready to embrace my curls, and this year was finally the year that I was ready to do it. And I did it, and I'm so proud, and they're turning out so beautifully. Happy New Year, you guys. I think my intention for the year is just to continue to show up as myself. So I hope that you guys can kind of see that in this video and see that in future videos coming up. But I am wishing you guys nothing but the happiest and healthiest year ahead. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what 2026 has in store. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.